Dead wax. Welcome, all you strangers with candy, to the Dead Wax Show. Get out of the groove and get into the Dead Wax. I am Chicken and Waffles Forever, also known as the Waffles, and I'm joined by my good friend, older brother, the Stooge. My man, how are you?
I'm doing good, Waffles. Just excited to get this show going. Strangers with Candy sounds like an excellent band name, and also people that I would like to hang out with.
Did you ever see the show Strangers with Candy?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh, it's phenomenal. Look it up. It's a little bit of the controversial side of humor, but it's hilarious. Absolutely love Strangers with Candy.
What do they make, like racist jokes or?
Uh-huh. Imagine a bad type of joke you can make. It's made in the show Strangers with Candy.
So I'm turning my volume up. Sorry you saw my hand there.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dead Wax Show. That's what we should do. We should get palm tattoos, and I'll get mine that says the Stooge, and you get yours that say Waffles, and then we put our hands up to the camera. Yeah.
No, we should get like one that says dead, and then yours says wax.
Shut up. I love that. Okay, great. Let's do it. How has this last week been for you, my man?
It's been pretty good. You know, it's been we're ramping up for the holiday, and so just busy with work, trying to get everything done so I can enjoy some time off between, you know, whatever it is you celebrate. I celebrate Christmas and the New Year. So I've been busy with that. How about yourself?
It's the exact same. I am trying to get caught up for Christmas. I think I'm just about there, thank heavens. So it was an expensive week trying to get presents for everybody, but I feel like I'm caught up a little bit. Also, you celebrate
what was the
Festivus
ratio?
As well.
Yeah, we do celebrate Festivus.
We celebrate Festivus as well.
Yeah.
On one of our episodes, we'll have the airing of the grievances.
Yes, airing of the grievances is one of my favorite parts of Festivus. And next to the feats of strength.
Exactly.
That's my next one.
What were you going to ask before you said there was a ratio?
Oh, what was the gift ratio for like buying it for other people and then buying it for yourself? Like 1-to-1? Okay, I got mom a present. Now we get waffles.
Yeah, I sound like
dad a present. Now waffles.
Scrooge McDuck or something. When I'm like, yeah, I got them one present, me 10 presents. I don't know, dude. It's an expensive few weeks. We'll just say that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. But the holidays, fantastic time to celebrate those you love and also celebrate yourself.
You know, and I got a tip for everybody.
Okay.
On how to save money during the holiday season. Just burn all those bridges. Burn all the bridges.
Yeah.
And then you'll save money.
That's why it's good to get in fights at Thanksgiving, because then you're not expected to get a present for them at Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate in December.
You know, the Pilgrims knew this, and that's why they held Thanksgiving. They didn't want to get presents for each other, and so they started that tradition. It's like, well, we've got to, you know, prepare for this and make sure that going into Christmas, no one's expecting anything. So they'll show up to Thanksgiving. They'll bring like, I don't know, a 6-pack of Coors Light, get wasted, hit on their brother's wife, say some bad racist things in front of the little kids. Next thing you know, you're not expected to show up to anything for the rest of the year, nor provide any presents for anybody.
We should have a new segment just called Tips with the Stooge. And you just give life tips like that about how to maintain positive mental health.
Yeah.
Yep.
Life tips that are all really terrible to listen to.
I love it. I say we go for it every single episode, or in just an entire episode that's just life tips with the Stooge.
Of just tips? Yeah. I'll write them all down. All 3 of them.
Great.
Because if anyone's got life figured out, it's the Stooge.
It's the Stooge. Yeah. That's why you're my favorite friend and older brother, because I need your advice so badly, you know? Oh, it's insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, anyway, everybody, we are going to be talking about, I guess it's related to the holidays, right?
Yeah, definitely.
About purchasing records today. This is something that is obviously a very big part of record collecting. Is where do you get them? How do you get them? You know, what's the best process of going about it? This is a very open-ended question, so we're gonna do some narrowing about it today, and we're talking about online resources for buying records. There is always an instant answer of, you know, Amazon or whatever, but we're gonna be a little bit more precise and about places we've had good experiences with buying, and you know what what to look for.
Yeah, we thought this would be a really helpful episode leading into the holidays because, if you got to get something for that vinyl lover in your life,
A special someone.
there might be some places because, I've only been collecting, like I said, it's been a little over 3 years. I know a few things, but there's still lots of places that I'm unaware of where you can get, some really cool records or some really great deals on records.
Absolutely.
So I even actually earlier today posted a question on my timeline asking people where they do a lot of their online record shopping, and I'll share some of those too. Because even on there, like I only got like a handful of responses, but there was a lot of things I'm like, I've never even heard of this.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'll share some of that as well. But like I said, we were thinking, oh, maybe we should share our favorite holiday records. And then I'm like, that's kind of lame. So we thought maybe this might be more useful,
There you go.
So here we go. Do you want to go ahead and start with like some of the places that you shop online a lot for? Or do you want me to start this bad boy?
I can start us off. I've only got a few just because I found mine very hard to narrow down.
Gotcha.
Because I get them from all over. The first one I want to mention is Newberry Comics because I have. So I've bought something from Newberry like more than like 7 years ago. I've been buying from them for a long time, but I've only been buying records from them for a little over a year. And I've got 20, 25-ish records from Newberry because I've only had good experiences with them. The stuff that they make is always beautiful, like the record itself. Newberry is very famous for just really rad pressings, fantastic jackets and everything. But they ship things very, very well. They are great at giving you updates on when it's shipping. The updates actually stay they're tracked really well is what I'm trying to say. Because it's very common that you get an update and they have no idea where it is. But Newberry, they do a really good job of letting you know what's shipping, when it's going to ship. Even when you do pre-orders through Newberry, their estimate of when it's going to go out is very accurate. So I've given a lot of money to Newberry Comics because I really love them. And the other thing too is we can be honest on the pod. We can spill the tea. Some people are not fans of Newberry because they do feel that there is a markup in their records. That is something that comes up a lot in the vinyl community. I personally do not believe that because the markups tend to come after Newberry has experienced that lots of people want that record. So if you're not, I'm going to sound controversial. If you're not buying it just for the hype, the records are not that expensive. Like they're just as much as a retail record. So just buy the things you like, and Newberry's great. If you do want to buy things because of the hype, it will cost a little bit of money. So that's a point right there. But I love Newberry. Newberry's great to work with and talk to. And I bought Newberry merch. They're great. I obviously am a stan for Newberry.
I think that was one of the first TikToks I ever saw of you was when you were wearing that rainbow colored Pride.
Yeah,
Newberry.
The Pride shirt. Me, John, and Michaela. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I looked it up.
Did you?
I looked up to buy one too.
Okay.
I was like, oh, cool. I'll get it on this. And they don't sell fat ass sizes. They only go up to like XL or 2XL. So I was like, I'm sorry. I mean,
you wanted to support. The intentions were gold. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So John, Jay Got No Vinyl, Michaela, Creatively Stoned, and I all bought Pride shirts for Newberry to support Pride Month. And Newberry did a giveaway inspired by us, where they gave away one of those shirts. And our buddy Craig Collects got it. So,
oh, it's Craig. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was maybe Danny. For some reason I remember Danny winning, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think Danny bought one, or maybe actually I think they gave away a few. So maybe Danny did get one.
Yeah, it's been
Danny,
a while.
Let us know.
Pride
let
Month
us know.
June?
Yeah.
I wanted to piggyback Newberry. That's on my list here too. Great stuff. I've never felt like anything they do is overpriced. For like a really cool colored pressing, whether it be no matter the variant type, I felt it was always within reason. I honestly feel like all record collecting is kind of gouging right now, so I don't feel like they're more than anybody else. So it doesn't seem abnormal to me. But yeah, Newberry is got some really great stuff. So I'm not sure if a lot of people know about it, but that's definitely one you should become familiar with. And even going back, like follow on their website, they've got lots of cool stuff still available. So if just go check them out, and just set your notifications on or sign up to their email list. I'm signed up to their email list. Whenever they do drops, like they do weekly stuff, I'll get an email notification letting me know that I actually just bought they just did a repressing for Jack Johnson's. I think it's On and On. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but it's on a really cool press. I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that. And so it was only $30, so it's not like ridiculous, in my opinion.
No, not at all. Another thing to note with Newberry too is they don't do just exclusive ones. They also just have regular retail records. And so even if you are looking for something, it's great to look at Newberry anyway, even if they're not have like a super crazy exclusive one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Continuing on the topic, one thing I did want to mention, since you had mentioned Amazon, some people in the community might give you crap for buying records on Amazon. There's this widely held belief that, you know, record collecting is kind of like a small, you know, independent
small business
kind of thing, only small business thing. And don't get me wrong, I shop at my local record stores all the time, like, and I'll go and I'll buy stuff from them. But like, if it's the holiday season, if you're on a budget, you're trying to make ends meet, and you can save $10 on Amazon versus buying it from your local store, I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, it's your money. You know, spend it how you'd like. Shop local if you can. That's great. Yeah. But if you've got to, you know, if you're trying to, like I said, work on a budget, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. You got to look out for numero uno. You know what I mean? So we could get into the debate about how Amazon's evil and taking over the world. That's a whole nother podcast. Yeah. But honestly, like, I don't know. I feel like there's nothing wrong with shopping on Amazon, and they've got a great selection, and a lot of their stuff. I don't want to say a lot. Some of their stuff, it used to be like a lot of their stuff was way cheaper, but they've kind of caught on as well. You can find some pretty good deals on Amazon. Absolutely. So I would not hate on that whatsoever. So
yeah. And the other thing too about Amazon is they're not always perfect. You might get the wrong record, but Amazon is the easiest company to return with. I've gotten sent the wrong record from Amazon. Oh my gosh.
Me too.
The easiest process. Yeah. So
yeah. They make it easy. One thing I've seen a few nightmare scenarios. I actually had it happen to me once. Like, I bought a Foo Fighters album, and as far as I knew, it was brand new, you know, and it came.
Oh no!
It came in only like not even a bubble wrap envelope, just a regular plastic envelope, like you'd ship a shirt in, you know, no padding or protection.
Yeah.
And it was a used record. It was already open. They had their return stickers on it and everything. So, like you said, super easy though. Just like, hey, you know, this is not what I was expecting. Took it back, money back, no problems whatsoever. So,
oh yeah, and then they'll even just send you the one you're supposed to get like right away. That's happened to me, but that's ridiculous that they just send it in like an envelope.
That was the only nightmare. Everything else they've ever shipped to me, it's either been in a record, you know, box,
like a record box,
or in a record box inside of another Amazon box. So.
Yeah, I've got that before too. It's not bad to buy from Amazon. Same thing. I'm fine with it. But whatever. Let the kids have their opinions.
Yeah. And if you've had a bad experience, though, I understand if you hate Amazon. I'm not going to tell you that your feelings are invalid whatsoever.
Your feelings are invalid because you don't like Amazon.
So I'm sorry, I'm taking over the chat again.
Go for it.
I wanted to steer into what I feel like is my biggest resource for buying records online, which is Discogs. And I'm sure most people are at least familiar or have heard the term Discogs. But I think, including you, I think some people are a little leery of actually shopping through Discogs. So Chris, Waffles, sorry. Sir Waffles. There's my monocle. The monocle returns.
Stop doing that. It's so gross.
Have you ever bought on Discogs, or has it only been like once? I think I remember you saying it's very little.
Yeah, I only started buying on Discogs this year because I was very hesitant. And so I've probably bought like 5 records on Discogs, and I think most of them were good experiences.
Okay. Cool. Like, what were you leery about? Like, what was it about it that made you like, I don't know if I trust this?
There's a lot less, like, what am I trying to say? On stuff like eBay, on stuff like Amazon, you do have to do some kind of authorizations to make sure that you can sell on there. And on Discogs, anybody can, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So with Discogs, I also just didn't want to get like price gouged. And so I just had to shop around for a minute until I found the right thing. But I did. I have not bowed to a scalper on Discogs. So
yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm here to say, like, I've seen stuff recently on the social medias. A few people just kind of hesitant, because I call it the social medias.
Yeah, exactly.
People like hesitant or are not trusting Discogs. Once again, I'm sure maybe some people have had bad experiences, and I'm not going to discredit their experience. But I've been buying up Discogs for years now, almost the entire time I've been collecting.
Wow.
I've purchased, I kid you not, over 50 records off Discogs.
Wow.
Out of those 50 purchases, I've had one kind of bad experience, and you know what it is, when we did our giveaway for Get Behind Me, Satan.
Yeah.
We bought from a record store. I'm not going to mention their name. We bought from them. It was a record store. They shipped it to us, and it arrived all messed up, like all kinds of bad. Like, we can't gift this to this person. The person
have it
that
right
won,
here.
like, oh, you got it, yeah. So let's see if they can see it. Like, take it out of that sleeve and show them how, like, just busted up it was.
It was destroyed.
I ended up just giving it to you.
You can see it right
Look at
here.
that. Look,
that's how it arrived. I have not like done anything to this, and all corners. Look
at that. Oh,
yeah, all the corners are bent in. There's splits everywhere, but
it was labeled as mint. You know, it was in the package. It was labeled as mint. Somehow, I think it got busted up in shipping. So I reached out to the record company. I reached out to the record store, and I was like, "Hey, you know, this record arrived really bad. And this is the first time I'd ever done this in like 50 purchases. It's really bad. What can we do to make ramifications or to fix this or whatever?" And they initially emailed me back and said, "Sorry, like, you should have bought the insurance. You're out of luck."
I know.
Like, what? I couldn't believe the response I got. So luckily, I purchased it through PayPal, which always purchase online through PayPal. That's another Vinyl Stooge tip. Always use PayPal when possible. So I reached out to PayPal. I'm like, "Hey, I've reached out to the seller. I'm trying to work this out." They said, "Sorry." And I kid you not, within like hours of sending that to PayPal, I got an email from somebody else at the store saying, "Oh, I don't know, like, this is somebody else, and I didn't type it." Like my pantomiming here.
Yeah.
This is somebody else, and I totally didn't send that original email. We've refunded you and everything.
Gosh. Yeah.
And so, anyway, so we got our money all the way back. We ended up buying through Third Man after that, and
which was great.
Yeah, Third Man's great. Another place that we'll talk about in a minute. And yeah, so we got our person who won our contest a crisp new record shipped directly to them, and you got to keep the banged up copy because I messaged the record store back. I'm like, "Hey, do you want me to ship this one back to you?" Never heard back from them. Yeah. So
yeah, the vinyl's fine. It's just the jacket's destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Anyway, so
yeah, fantastic.
That was my. That's my one nightmare story. I've only had to ever once return another record besides that, and the person was completely, like, they worked with me 100% and were great and refunded me. I'm here to say, like, I don't know why I wave my hand so much. Anyways, like, I'm trying to use the mind trick on everybody.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm here to say Discogs is great because, like you said, as long as you don't bow down to scalpers on there, I'm generally on there because there's stuff I want that is like really expensive. A lot of the people are trying to scalp it, and then someone will come on and list it for a reasonable price, and that's where I get it. Because, like I said, I'm late to the game with record collecting. There's a whole bunch of records that have come out years ago that scalpers are trying to gouge people on. And so if I just kind of watch what I want, and when it becomes available for what I consider a fair price, I'll snatch it up. And I think it's a really great resource for the holidays right now. You might be cutting it close for deliveries, but Discogs like got a whole library of information on records and what's available, all the different variants. I strongly recommend it. And I'm not being endorsed by Discogs. I'm just gonna, I don't got like a
sponsor us.
Check. I check in my pocket for Discogs.
He got $5 on his next purchase. Yeah.
I fully support.
Use code the Stooge. Yeah.
Promo code the Stooge. Promo code Deadwax to get 10% off your next purchase. Oh my gosh, dude, that's so stupid.
Rad. We should find a way to do that. That's how we sell out. Yeah.
Anyways, I'll let you talk a little bit. I don't want to leave this topic yet. I know we were already kind of going over.
I've got more to talk about. Yep.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you talk for a little bit now.
Yeah, so like the suit was saying before with Third Man, one of my favorite avenues to getting records is going straight to the record labels. That is
Can we toss in the band too? Like
that's
band
what I was
and
gonna
or
say.
label. Yeah.
Yep, if you go straight to the source, I would say I rarely ever have a bad experience. With cost, with shipping, with being updated, it's amazing. If it is a bigger band, it might be a little bit harder. More mainstream stuff. In fact, the singer Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds from Australia, one of my favorite bands, you have to go to Amazon to get their stuff. Like there's the point where someone gets so big that there's no record label that's going to sell directly to you anyway. But for smaller artists, it helps them a lot if you either go to the label or you go to them. I buy from a lot of labels, so it was hard to narrow down what one of my favorite one is. But there is a record label called Closed Casket Activities that I am a huge fan of. I'm a big fan of like every band signed to them, but every time they've shipped something to me, it comes so well packaged and so well done. Like I have this little like gasp when I open the box from Closed Casket because I open it like,
you clutch your pearls. Oh
clutch the
my.
pearls. Exactly. It's beautiful. So I bought from them a bunch of times. The records always look good. They sound good. The shirts and stuff are always cool. So I'm a big fan of Closed Casket Activities. But if you're ever struggling to find a record, to find a specific variant or anything like that, I always recommend going to the band, either their own website or their Bandcamp or something like that, or going to the record label. Also, it tends to be cheaper to go there than if you go to like something else. Fat Wreck Chords, who Fat Mike from NoFX, that's his record label. There's a million great punk bands signed to that label. One time I dropped like $100 because their records were only like $10 and they're full albums. And so it was so cool to get a bunch of records that I from another place would have maybe gotten 3, but instead I got like 10 because I got it straight from the label. So that's a great thing. Go straight to the source. Great avenue.
No, that's totally great. That's another thing I have on here is like another tip I have. If you have favorite bands or favorite labels, sign up for their email list because they will notify you when they have these really cool things come available. Going straight to the source, like you mentioned, is a great way, to find stuff. Usually at a good price. Speaking of which, there's this band I like called Jeff the Brotherhood. I have a perfect example. They're kind of lesser known. They're on a lesser known label called Infinity Cat Records. And they had like a sale a couple of months ago, and all the Jeff the Brotherhood records, then they had like several like colored pressings were all like half off.
Wow.
And I got like 3 Jeff the Brotherhood records for like $20-$30. It's super cheap, and like they're on color pressing. I think 1 or 2 are on black, but I know I got at least 1 colored in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great idea, and I wouldn't have known about that, but I've signed up for the label's emails, and it let me know, hey, we got the sale going on. So
absolutely.
Anyways, so if you're struggling financially, maybe you shouldn't do this, but it's a really great thing. Like your bands and your labels, sign up for those. I'm on Third Man's. I'm on Easy Eye Sound. Black Keys, Backstrokes,
just
all these bands I love. Everyone, I'm on their email list, and
nice.
I don't want to miss anything cool that they have coming out.
You do love
that
the
FOMO.
emails. Yeah.
A couple other things I just wanted to mention on mine. I'm sure people are aware of many of these. So I just want to throw them out so people know. You can get records at like Target, Walmart, Urban Outfitters, Barnes and Nobles. I was going to also say For Your Entertainment, FYE, if you've got one of those around you. They usually get pretty cool records and variants in as well. If you're really into soundtracks, I would definitely recommend Mondo to you, and also Waxwork. They usually do some really cool soundtracks. They do other stuff as well, but really cool soundtracks that they'll press on vinyl, and it'll be like really cool colors, kind of like Newberry does. Really cool colors, really cool artwork. So if you're not already following those, I definitely recommend those as well. And then I also have Vinyl Me Please on here. You don't even have to sign up for their subscription. They always have really cool, drops that come out weekly of records you can buy that are pressed on really cool colored vinyl. So
absolutely.
Did you have any other online ones that you wanted?
Yes, there's just one last one, and it's actually similar to what you were just saying. Is Revolver Magazine has a bunch of exclusive records that are like, the thing is, Revolver does not ship very quickly. Just as a heads up, you do have to be patient, but the quality is always higher than anywhere else. All of the Revolver records I have, they are almost all 180 gram records, and they sound fantastic. So yes, you might have to wait just a couple weeks longer than everyone else that gets theirs, but they are fantastic quality records. And Revolver also somehow, because I guess they're connected to the world of like rock and metal, they can press stuff nobody else can. I've got a few records that nobody else has the rights to press except for Revolver. So that's always a good one. But yeah, like, it's never a bad thing to just shop around. Like, or if you're friends with people on social media that also collect records, ask them, you know, hey, have you guys ever bought from this place? I've asked the Stooge before in some of our group chats, hey, I found this super random obscure store in Connecticut. Has anyone bought from them before? just out of curiosity. Because you never know. Some people might be like, oh yeah, they're great. Or they might be like, avoid it, you know, like the plague. So super good to ask around.
Yep, definitely. One more thing I just wanted to do, like I mentioned earlier, I put out a question on social media, asking where people do their online record shopping, and I just got a couple responses I wanted to share. Core Vinyl, our friend Bryant, he's on Instagram at Core Vinyl. He said indie merch stores, Merch Now, Sharp Tone, and 2400.
Yep. Those
so
are all great.
I've heard of Merch Now. I've never heard Sharp Tone. I've never heard 2400. So once again, just new stuff to me, places to check out.
Those are all great. I bought from all of those.
Perfect. Megan KC. She said Red Yeti Records, Polyvinyl, Played Room, Rough Trade. I've heard of Rough Trade. Turntable. I've also heard of.
Fantastic.
Yep. Rough Trade. Turntable Lab. I've heard of them too.
Yep.
She said so many more. So some more places. And then lastly, this guy, his name is Chaken and Divin for Ever. He said your butt. So maybe that was a prank.
Oh, what a funny guy. He's probably super funny.
Yeah. He looks like it. He looks funny.
He's funny looking.
Anyway, so
everybody, that was me. If that joke wasn't obvious. The Stooge put out where to get records, and I said your butt, because it's true.
Your butt.
Just really quick side note, Megan said Rough Trade and Turntable Lab. I have only had good experiences with both. So
perfect. And then last but not least, like your local record stores, check with them. They'll sell online too. One of the biggest tips I can give you is get in good with one of your local record stores, like that they know who you are, you know. I've got this my local record store, 3 Hive. I do a lot of online purchases from them. One, because they've got a really good inventory. 2, their shipping is great. I order it. I usually have it in my hands within 2 days. Part of it's because I guess it's local. And they got great prices. So
they're also the nicest people. Yeah. 3 Hive hires the nicest people. 3 Hive sponsor us because we love you. Seriously.
All right. Seriously.
3 Hive sponsor us.
Yeah. Anyways,
we'll see you soon. Yeah.
Yeah, we will actually. So
yeah, we will. But yeah, like I would also recommend getting in with your local stores. You don't have to give them all your money, but just go talk, be nice. Like I always make, there's where we live, there's a chain of stores called Graywell, and I always make the joke that Graywell helped raise me, because I would go in as a teenager and hang out and talk to the employees, and like
those poor guys.
I know. A lot of the people I would get music recommendations from all the time. One of the guys who does not work there anymore is one of the reasons I like metal. And so like it's cool to just talk to record store people, because they can also get you on the inside scoop.
Oh, nice.
The inside. There we go. I'll stop it now. But yeah, the inside scoop. Anyway, any other thoughts on retailers?
That's basically.
Yeah, me too. I hope
there's something in there that was helpful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we did. There's even more. Like there's more stuff.
I feel like we didn't even scratch the surface because there's so many. But yeah, give those a shot if you are struggling to look for records. Like, give one of those a shot because they tend to be really easy to work with.
Mm-hmm. One cliff note I just want to put: if you're shopping on Discogs, make sure you're buying from a reputable seller. That's it.
Yep.
Make sure they got like as close to 5 stars as you can get, and that would be my only caution. Don't buy from someone who's got no profile pics, no buyer ratings, stuff like that. Be leery of that, I should say. So, anyways,
exactly.
That's it. That's my last 2 cents. So,
strangers with candy, one would call them. Yeah.
Strangers with vinyl. All right. Are you ready to go on to game time here?
I'm so ready for game time.
Okay, perfect. Because I'm ready too. So,
okay.
We did last week. We did trivia.
Yes.
On the Black Keys.
Yes, we did.
And I feel like you learned quite a bit about the Black Keys on that episode.
I did. What an educational episode it was.
It was very educational. That's what we strive for here on the Dead Wax Show, is education.
Bringing families together one episode at a time. Yep.
I don't know about bringing families together, but at least education. So what we're going to do the same formula. I've come up with some trivia, but instead of the Black Keys today, we're going to focus on the White Stripes. So
okay.
I figured you might know this one a little better.
I do. Yeah.
This past week was Meg's birthday. Meg,
happy birthday, Meg.
One of my favorite drummers of all time. So I figured, let's do some trivia on the White Stripes.
Yeah, I love
how well Waffles knows the White Stripes. So are you ready to do this?
I'm so ready.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I've got 12 questions. I threw in some bonuses in them to help you. So if you get like less than 5, what should we say you are?
A dead leaf on the dirty ground.
Dead leaf on the good one.
Thank you.
And if you're above 5, we'll say you are
an elephant.
An elephant.
Yeah.
We said at the same time. All right, perfect.
And then if I get 10, I'm your sister that's also your wife. Okay, let's do this.
All right, here we go. So this is an easy one.
Okay.
I just want to get your confidence going.
I'm ready. Yeah,
so here we go.
Let's get the wheels turning.
What are the names of the band members of the White Stripes?
Dan Auerbach and Patrick. It is Jack White and Meg White.
Whose last name was originally White?
Jack's. Oh, really?
No.
That's not his last name?
No, he took Meg's name when they got married. Her name was Meg White. He was just like Jack Gillis or something. Gillis.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna need to be keeping track of my points, by the way. Because I got 1. So, yeah.
You got 1. That was just a bonus thing I threw in there because I did go through like the Wikipedia page and saw that. Anyways, so yeah, Jack took her last name and it stuck. I think that's a much better name than
whatever it was.
Gills. It's like Gilles. Gillis. Anyways, all right. What's their city of origin? Where do they claim to be from?
That one's Detroit, right?
Yep, that is Detroit Rock City.
Michigan.
Very good. What? In the house, right?
In the house, Detroit, Michigan.
Where's all the Detroit people at?
Where my Detroit is.
What would you call those? Detroitians? Anyways.
Detrotians, yeah.
Detrotians.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, all right. How many studio albums did they have?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It is a good question.
Thank you, Brent, or thank you, the stooge. You thought of it. I don't want to count them out loud. That sounds stupid. So I'm just gonna field a guess. I'm gonna say 7. Wait, we're not counting like greatest hits, are we?
No. Just
albums. Studio albums.
No compilation. Yeah, just studios. No
just
live.
Studios.
No. No greatest hits.
Okay, give me 2 seconds to count my fingers.
All right.
I'm just gonna say them out loud. You know what? I'm just gonna say them out loud, everybody. White Blood Cells, Elephant, Destyle, the self-titled record, Icky Thump. There's one I'm forgetting. Get Behind Me, Satan. Is it 6?
Yeah.
Hey!
Good job. And that answers question number 4 too. I was gonna see if you could name them all. And you did. Good
way.
Job. Yep.
I have not felt this good about one of our games until now.
All right, here we go. Before joining the White Stripes, Meg was pursuing a career as this.
Ooh, I do not know this answer. I'm going to throw a guess out. A painter.
Well, if A frying pan was her canvas, and
Ooh.
spices and ingredients were her paint, then yes. No, she
So
was trying to
she
become a chef.
wasn't. Oh, she was a chef.
She's trying to become a
Interesting.
chef. Yep. So she was working actually at a bar. I can't remember the name of it. It was like a restaurant bar. Maybe it's just called something bar. Anyways, a restaurant in Detroit. She was working there, and that's actually where they met up. She was working there.
That is so interesting. I mean, she's always cooking up some beats.
Oh, wow. I have to put the sound effect in there. That's too much editing work. I'm not going to do that.
Too much editing. We'll just go. Yeah.
Which 3 of the White Stripes albums won a Grammy for Best Alternative Album?
That's a bomb question. Elephant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Elephant for sure.
I'll do this way.
There we go. Thank you for holding up that finger. Icky Thump?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because Icky Thump was shockingly popular. I shouldn't say shockingly, it was a great album. I don't think it was Get Behind Me, Satan. So I'll say White Blood Cells. Was it Get Behind Me, Satan?
It was Get Behind Me, Satan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give myself a half point.
Yeah, you'll get 2/3 of a point. You got it. These guys think Elephant came out.
We're doing too much math. Yeah.
Elephant came out, and that's what put them on the map, essentially, like globally.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
they were building up till then. I want to say they weren't anything, but yeah, that put them on the map, for sure. And then everything after that was just charts. Anyways,
for sure.
All right, good job.
Thank
2/3
you.
of a point.
2/3 of a point.
Which album is Seven Nation Army on?
Elephant.
Good job. Easy one. There you go.
Also, can I give a quick controversial opinion?
No.
Okay.
Which year was their first? No, just kidding. Go ahead.
I was just going to say Seven Nation Army is like in their top 50 best songs, but it's their most famous for sure. I think they have way better songs than Seven Nation Army.
Okay.
That's all. Just wanted to say it.
Well, we just need to shut the podcast down now. That was just too controversial.
It's just over. We're canceled. Yeah. Sorry, everybody.
I'm waiting for the torches and pitchforks to show up at your door.
We piss off a different community every time we make an episode.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Next question.
All right. What year was their first album released? They're self-titled.
Gosh. 98.
So close. It was 99.
Dang it.
Off by 1 year. Off by 1 year is when the first album came out. Which Bond film did Jack White duet with Alicia Keys on for the theme song?
Oh, gosh, dang it. That's a great question.
Was not that one. Nope.
I am just going to have to guess because was it Quantum of Solace?
Good guess. That's correct. Good job.
Look at that.
Quantum of Solace. All right. Here we go. What year did the White Stripes officially announce their breakup?
2009.
Nope. You're off by 2 years. I don't hold it against you, though. Because their last album came in like 2007. They officially broke up in 2011.
Oh, 2011? Really?
Is when they officially announced it. Yep, it became internet official.
Because I feel like we all knew it was happening way before then. So maybe that's why I thought 2009.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. On which TV show was the White Stripes' last performance together?
Conan O'Brien, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Conan O'Brien. Yay! Look at that.
Good job. That was their last performance together ever.
Yeah.
And that was 2009.
Oh, really? Do you know what song they played?
Friends. We Are Going to Be Friends.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
I love that.
And then last question.
Okay.
Which White Stripes album is the Stooges' favorite?
I don't think I know this. Oh, man. I don't think I've ever asked you what your favorite White Stripes album is. This is a bomb question to add to the trivia. I am very proud of you. Okay. I'm just going to have to say, let me look at you in the eyes real fast. Look at the camera. I'm going to say White Blood Cells.
That is incorrect. Trick question. They're all my favorite.
Yes. You son of a gun. You can't do that. That's cheating and lying and deceiving.
That is all things that would accurately describe the Stooge.
Cheating, lying, deceiving. Yeah. Okay, is that seriously your answer?
Yeah, I like them all. I can't
Son
pick
of
a
a
favorite
gun.
one. The first one I bought on vinyl was Elephant, though. That
Oh,
was
was
like
it?
one of the first 10 records I bought was Elephant.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
One of my very first records ever was "Destile" by the White Stripes. That's a great record. Yeah. Or is
Oh,
it pronounced "Destile"? It's German.
you mean this record right here?
Whoa, he's
Oh,
got the big fancy one.
don't mean to flex on you. Watch out for
I
these
think the meaning to
flexes.
flex was happening. That's a great
Anyways,
record, dude. I love that album. I feel like that's also, in my opinion, maybe their most underrated album. Your camera went all kinds of directions, just barely.
oh, it did. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
because you were pulling
it's
back.
because of my thing.
I thought there was
Sorry.
an earthquake or something. Yeah. Okay, so in that game, I got 7 2/3 points.
Good job,
That's
Waffles.
the best.
You're getting
I've done in
better.
one of our games.
You're getting better.
Yep. One of these days, you're just going to be like, this is trivia about your life. You literally cannot fail at this. Okay. That was a good game. I loved it. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So we've got some questions that we pulled from Instagram. Thank you to everybody who submitted questions. We got a lot this time. So thank you to everybody. First one. This is by our buddy. Our buddy,
Brud.
I mean, he's like our brother and buddy. So our buddy, Ray. Also known as Analog C on Instagram. Give him a follow. SEA. The question is, if you could bring an artist back from the dead, who would it be and why? Phenomenal question.
Damn it.
I'll give mine. You can think of yours. So I took some time to think about this because there's a lot of artists who have passed on that I would like happily raise from the dead. So I'll give an honorable mention and then my number one because I have the hardest time just picking one thing. Honorable mention is an artist named Sophie. She was a producer and the inventor of what we now know as hyperpop, and she passed away earlier this year in a hiking accident. She was a trans woman, fantastic icon in the music industry. She produced all of Charlie XCX's music. Like, she is very talented, and her album is absolutely phenomenal. Some of the most powerful lyrics I've ever listened to. But sadly, she just has the one album because she passed away. And so I think she had so much to offer to the world. She was a big inspiration and hero to many people, but is sadly gone. So I'd love to bring her back. But my number one answer is Ian Curtis from the band The Joy Division. Joy Division, I love that band. Very influential to what became alternative rock and goth rock and everything. But sadly, Ian Curtis committed suicide after the recording of their second album. And so they only have the 2 albums. They have a lot of like demos and stuff that they've made into other records. But after he committed suicide, they didn't know what to do. And they became the band that is now New Order. So there you go. So it'd be Sophie and Ian Curtis are my answers.
Can I have multiple answers too?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Yes. So this is in order from like third to the first. Like if I had to pick one, that'll be the last one. So third one, and it's gonna go back to last week's episode with my dream concerts. Third one would be John Bonham.
Yep.
Just love to see him rock it out with freaking Zeppelin again. So that'd be number 3. Number 2 would be Freddie. Because that would be freaking, once again, it would just be so sweet to see them and, you know, what other music they could have created. But my number 1 would definitely be Adam Yauch from the Beastie Boys, because not only was he like, he was the leader of that group. Like if you've read the Beastie Boys story book, like when it comes to a lot of like direction and motivation and leadership with that group, he was the one. He was the one that kind of kept them like on the straight and narrow for the most part. And not only that, he was like a hell of a humanitarian, through like concerts for what was like a country, there's tons of countries that suffer, but anyways, like he's thrown like countries or concerts like to benefit other countries. And he was a world traveler and just a great artist. And it sucks that, you know, cancer freaking took him from us. It's always like, it's not always the good ones, but it just sucks, especially when it's the good ones. It sucks
when it's the good ones. One other that I wanted to mention, so I'll have 3 as well, is the rapper Lil Peep. I'm a big fan of Lil Peep. He was very creative, very artistic, very interesting, and he overdosed when he was only 21. So super young. It was only a few years ago that he passed away. But he literally created an entire new subgenre of rap music that I love personally. Lil Peep's music resonates very well with me. But he sadly overdosed because of fentanyl. just when he was only 21. Like in my mind, I don't know how you feel. I feel like 21, you're still a child. So
Yeah.
To be that young and to be gone is horrible.
Yeah, and like just on the same note, like being young and gone, like you got the 27 Club, you've got Tupac and Biggie, all those guys are like
absolutely.
As
so
a
young.
kid, they seem so old.
Yeah.
But now that I'm 37, it's like, damn, that's so young, and to have done so much up to that point for some of those people too. It's insane. But anyways, yeah. So let's switch from this morbid...
fun question. Hey, next question though. It was a great question, Ray. I absolutely love that. Thank you. Next question comes from my buddy Jonathan. He is known as I Listen to Wax on Instagram. Fantastic account. This one is a fun one. Favorite bands from the UK. Oh, I just moved my camera.
Whoa,
oh my gosh, yeah.
Favorite bands from the UK.
Favorite bands from the UK.
I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Zeppelin, Queen,
the Beastie Boys.
No, they're not from the UK though. Which other of my favorite bands are from the UK? Those are the two that come immediately to mind.
Okay.
How about you? What are some of yours?
So I have a ton. I've always loved British music. You guys know how much I love like The Cure and The Smiths and the Joy Division and Bring Me the Horizon. But like three bands I did not think of three bands that I thought of that I haven't talked about yet on the podcast. First, the Sex Pistols. Second, Iron Maiden. I am a huge Iron Maiden nerd. And third, the Sisters of Mercy. Oh my gosh, three fantastic British bands.
The Sisters of Mercy.
Have you ever listened to Sisters of Mercy?
No.
So they're like one of the very first goth rock bands. Oh my gosh. Like they're so good.
They blow your mind whole.
Like that's like the Sisters of Mercy are people reference when they're like making fun of goth kids because their singing is so like depressing and melodic and they use drum loops and synthesizers. Oh my gosh. I'm a huge nerd for the Sisters of Mercy. Anyway, but like music from the UK, I actually double checked if the band the Boomtown Rats qualified, but they're from Dublin, which is not in the United Kingdom. My apologies. Research was done.
England?
Well, the UK also encompasses Northern Ireland and part of Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
So Dublin is not part of the United Kingdom.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, last question. This comes from our buddy Danny, also known as Danny the Panini, on both Instagram and TikTok.
She's getting multiple mentions on this show today. Dang.
Danny's also one of our favorite people. So like she totally deserves multiple mentions. And she asked the favorite colored vinyl pressing from our collection. Take it away, Stooge. What's your favorite
I'll go first.
pressing? Yeah, go for
so
it.
This is also very I don't know, fortuitous or coincidental, but we talked about Newberry. We talked about Newberry earlier.
Yeah?
And mine is actually a Newberry record. So this is Deltron 3030. It's a compilation of a few hip hop artists, Del the Funky Automator, Del the Homo Sapien. I don't know. There's a couple of different names he goes to. I can't remember who else is on this, but it's a great concept album of like rapping or hip hopping from the future. It's got some really cool beats on there. But what's really great about this, and this is another reveal too. Look at this.
Oh wow.
Look at the Hudson Hi-Fi sleeve.
You got a Hudson Hi-Fi sleeve. I don't know what. I have so many emotions right now.
Here, I'll go ahead and take this bad boy out. But this is one of my favorite ones.
That's beautiful.
Because it turned out really well,
Yeah.
It's not that. Oh, I keep going the wrong way. It's inverted. Oh, you can see my ring light in there too. Hi, ring light. And
that looks great.
So yeah, I don't particularly like yellow, purple, or black, but this just like the splatter works, the divide works. I think it's a really cool.
It goes together so well.
Splatter, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So that's one of my favorites.
I love that. That's a great Newberry one.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, sir. How about yourself?
Mine is from the black metal band Immortal. I don't know if our listeners are very familiar with black metal. It's a very scary kind of metal.
Puke metal?
No, this is demonic.
Cat kicking metal.
No, it's worse. Black metal is from like Norway, and it's where you shriek and sing about the devil.
Yeah, that's cat kicking.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
That's what it sounds like. Someone's kicking a cat or stepping on a cat's tail.
There we go. Wow. But Immortal's one of the best black metal bands, in case anyone's curious. When I got this record, I actually did not know it was colored. I thought it was going to be black. So when I opened it, I was very surprised.
Show was the record.
But
Show
it is
was the record.
It's like blue with black, white, and gray into
Hold
it.
It closer. I want to touch it. Can I touch it?
Yes, you can touch it. Anyway, I had no idea it was going to be colored, and it ended up being like absolutely stunning. I wish I could show it better. It looks so much better in person. But it like this, in my mind, is not only just beautiful pressing, but it also is very good to match the artwork and also the tone of the album. A lot of black metal, they sing about how like ice and coldness and being alone. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So that also
eating
just
babies
a great vibe. Exactly. They do not sing about eating babies. That's a different style of metal. But black metal, it's great. Anyway, that's my favorite one, and I love it. So we picked two good ones. Holy cow! And also, you had yours in a Hudson Hi-Fi sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hudson Hi-Fi owes you royalties because that's the only reason I bought it.
Yeah.
So there it is. Yeah,
I
bought
good.
Some inner sleeves. I'm not actively swapping things out.
Yeah.
But like you said, I will agree, one of the benefits of having these Hudsons is it is really a smooth, that's kind of erotic, isn't it? Just in and out. Anyways. So
that caught me off guard so badly. Oh my gosh. That was brilliant. No, that's my favorite part of this episode. Incredible. I'm so proud of you.
Is my face turning red? Am I like blushing, or is that just the light?
The ring light. You look incredible regardless of what's happening. So
thanks.
Good for you. Any other things you want to mention or bring up before we wrap things up today, my brother?
One thing I do want to bring up. I'm glad you asked because this has jogged my memory. There's a guy on TikTok named Jeremy Ramos. Do you know who this is?
Keep going. It doesn't ring a bell right away, but
he posted something this week on TikTok that blew my mind hole. So he's talking about, he showed a really cool way to remove records from the shrink wrap. Something I never seen or knew you could do.
Okay.
So what he did, let me grab right here real quick.
Okay.
So I have this record, one I still haven't opened yet, and it's still sealed. I wonder if I can do this right here on the show.
Like
you can see
it's oh my gosh, yeah.
It's still sealed. I can't open it. This isn't some kind of.
This is like a magic trick. I'm so excited. Yeah.
I'm not trying to Billy Mays you here or something like that. You see the shrink wrap still on there. It's still extra shiny. He showed this really cool trick where if you have a record and you're having trouble opening it, because sometimes when you try to open from the corners, you might bend the record. Damn it. I opened it a little bit. It's so easy to. But what he showed me was you can, on TikTok, what he did is he took the edge that you would open with it. Instead of using a knife, if you just rub it across your pant leg, doesn't matter what it is. Like if you do it like 5 to 10 times, it'll actually open the record seal.
Oh, like it'll watch the friction.
I can't get my knee. I can't get my knee up high enough. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do it until it's like hot, and then let's see here. Look at it. It's freaking open.
It worked. Holy cow!
It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And he showed me that. I'm like, and I wasn't gonna like. I didn't want to like it or anything because I'm like, I wonder if this is like something I like it or something. And it's like, oh, I endorse something that's gonna damage your records.
Yeah.
But I went back and have liked it, and I've actually I was gonna do a TikTok about it, but now I guess I don't have to since we've done this episode. But maybe I still
do a TikTok about it.
But that blew my mind. I didn't know you could do that. Like I'm just wearing regular these like baggy pants. I don't know what this is, like cotton or something. Mm-hmm. He did his on jeans, but yeah, it just opens. It gets it going for you. So if you
don't have any shrink wrap records, I want to try it. Yeah.
If you like to keep your stuff in the shrink wrap, which I really don't care, but I just thought it was a really cool trick. So
that's way cool, dude.
Yeah, so that blew my mind, and I thought I would share. Like,
I love it.
I couldn't believe it. So, yep.
I love that. I really do like sharing tips. That's a great idea.
It's another cool tip. The cool thing I learned today.
Yeah.
I watched Tower Records. They do every Sunday. They do a live stream.
Yeah.
Where they sell a bunch of records they got in for the week. This week, really cool. I actually picked up the Arcs EP. Like they have a 10-inch record. You know who the Arcs are, right?
No.
Dan Arbach side project. The Arcs.
I didn't know that. No.
Oh, okay. We had a side project, the limited release on all their stuff.
Okay.
Anyways, I finally got one of the records I was trying to get from them, their EP. I can't remember what it's called. Anyways, picked it up. But what I learned is the term Frankenstein. Have you heard that term before in record collecting?
Frankenstein?
When you Frankenstein a record. So let's say you have an album that's a double LP.
Okay.
And you've only got like let's say the one disc that has side A and B, but then you have another separate, the same album, it's a double LP, but that one only has the C and the D.
Yeah.
You take the C and D from that one and you combine it into this to make it one that you could sell that has both the LPs in it, and that's called Frankensteining.
Well, there you go.
An album. I'd never heard that.
I'd never heard that either. Yeah.
Maybe it's not wide. Maybe it's not really a thing. I don't know. But they use that term. I was like, whoa,
that's funny.
Because that's what Frankenstein is. He took the brain from another person, put it in the machine, and then it was whole. You know. Anyways, Chevelle's getting a lot of play on that. I hate mosquitoes though.
This is a mosquito hate pod. Yeah.
Yeah. We do not support mosquitoes.
We do not support mosquitoes. I am so sorry. They're bloodsuckers.
They are.
Get it? Because they're bloodsuckers.
Sorry, that was a tangent. How about you? Do you have anything you want to share?
I've got nothing else. Nope. I just how much I love you and how much I love everybody watching.
Yeah.
There you go.
Same to you. Same to everyone watching.
Ditto.
Too.
Yeah.
Unless you're a jerk, and then
I still love the jerks. The jerks are funny. All right, everybody. Thank you so much to everybody that made it this far into the pod. We really appreciate it. Thank you for listening to our delusional rantings and our discussions of the magic and majesty of Jack White. If you are willing,
don't forget Meg. Damn.
Oh, we always forget Meg.
It should be the majesty of Meg White and Jack White. There we go.
There you go. Sure, let's say that because she's just such a talented drummer. Anyway.
Oh, damn. You're going to get lots of hate.
I listen to metal, everybody. Move on. Anyway, if you are willing to follow us on social media, we are at The Dead Wax Show on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter. Maybe Facebook, we'll see. Maybe LinkedIn, we'll see. Maybe AOL, we'll see. Maybe MySpace. I don't know. Maybe Club Penguin. Anyway, please follow us on social media. We post about when we have new episodes, about the questions we have for you guys. And we're also a ton of fun to follow. So follow us there because we're delightful and handsome and good people. And if you want to follow us individually, our handles are right here below us.
Send your hate mail about Meg White to
the Stooge. Yeah.
To that one right there. Oh, I can't bend my finger. That guy. Send it to him.
I'll take all of it. Yep. I'll take all your hate mail about Meg White.
Not to Dead Wax. Send it to Chicken and Waffles.
To Waffles, exactly.
Don't send it here either. That is the wrong spot to send your hate mail for Meg White. That's right there.
Write me a letter and send it to me on TikTok. Anyway, if y'all got nothing else, thank you again for watching. And as always, get out of the groove and get into the Dead Wax with Waffles and the Stooge. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.
What if it's the morning, though?
Have a great midday brunch.
Oh, I love brunch.
Me too.